I'm just impressed that you guys have such beautiful partnership. It's just so rare, doing so many different chapters in life with the professional aspect as well. Um, it's interesting. How do you think you guys make that work?
Yeah, so I don't know. It's hard. I don't know. But yeah, we have fun. And what happened in Italy is funny because as soon as I arrived, because of that, it's funny because of that. Remember that 1 week course about PHP in Brazil?
Yeah.
As soon as I arrived in Italy, I found a job like 1 day later with doing PHP programmer, and I found a job. Like I couldn't speak Italian, I couldn't speak English, I couldn't do like I arrived to the job interview. The guy was so nice. He was so kind. He was like, "Do you know Italian?" And I was like, and then. And then he asked me in English, but his English was similar to mine, so we both were like, yeah, English, yeah. And then, you know how to code? Yeah, code. I code, I code so much. And I was like, okay, hired. And and it was hilarious because, and I was having so much fun with these guys. But when you meet somebody in a language, so they met me in English, and it's really hard to change the language that you speak of somebody that you met in a certain language, right? Unless it's your mother language. Like you and I, we could just go for Portuguese right now, but if it's not our mother language, if you met somebody in a language, it's really hard to switch. So I started. It was like my first day in Italy. I had a job. Then I started learning Italian, and I really wanted to speak in Italian with these guys, right? So I would arrive to the office and say, "Hi, ciao," and they would reply to me, "Hi."
Hi.
So I think like for Americans, it's harder to learn any other language because everybody wants to speak English, right? So I think that's one of the things, and everybody just wanted to speak in English with me in the company. So then Sylvia, she found this job where she was commuting for 2 hours and a half one way and 2 hours and a half. It was like a shitty life, the worst life like she would arrive at home like at 11 p.m. after the commute, and then I would be home at 6. So, and then I decided to switch jobs to go to work in the same company as she was because, and then in the job interview, they asked me, "Hey, do you speak English?" "Nope." "Do you speak Italian?" "Nope." And then
I
the
speak
guy's like,
PHP.
yeah. And then no, it was worse because they were hiring for Java, and they're like, "Do you know Java?" "Nope." And then,
How
but
did you get the job?
yeah, so Sylvia's brother was working in the company for like 3 years already, and they're like, "Oh," and then they're like, the guy like years later he tells me like this guy didn't know anything. He doesn't know like how to speak. He doesn't know how to code. And then he went to his boss and he's like, "Well, but if there's any chance he's as good as Luciano, then I'm gonna hire him."
So it was more of like a family, like a heritage of like, these
Yeah,
programmers. I see. Interesting.
yeah,
Interesting.
the
Uh,
Brazilians.
I love
And
it.
then but then they hired me, and then I started there. And but it was funny because I refused to speak English from first day, so they had to teach me Italian. So in after 30 days, I was doing like phone calls in Italian. I was like talking to everybody. It was great.
That's awesome. Anche parlo italiano molto bene, no?
Poco.
Un poco, okay. Yeah. No, I have a passport. I'm a citizen.
Uh-huh.
I did like a year and a half of like Italian, and then I remember when I was at Sengrid, and I had we had this Italian customer that was sending a bunch of spam, and it didn't speak English, and then I thought, oh, maybe I speak some Italian, to realize that I didn't speak a thing. I mean, I could
Yeah.
leave me alone at a bar, I'll get around, but like not to have a DNS, IP specific conversation with a spammer in Italian. That was not not possible.